Hey, look over here. I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Rick, and welcome to my channel. I've been doing a couple of tutorial channels on unmodified uh, uh, career mode in stock, and this is where I've gotten so far. It's been a little bit, quite a bit updated since the last the last post. I've got the base completely upgraded now. I did that by just doing rescue missions and landings on Minmus. And towards that end, around Minmus, I've created a station for refueling, and then a landing vessel, and then a couple of other things. I've got a refinery. I mean, let's just go to the station, and then I can go over all the bits that are there. Now, they didn't go up all at once. It kind of went up in pieces. I originally set up just a one-man lander to get a couple of landings and get some experience and get some science. And then I took the science from that and I created a four-man lander and kept adding more and more science instruments on it until I eventually had all of the science instruments on that lander. And right now, there's only two biomes I haven't been to on Minmus, slopes and poles. Everything else I visited, and I'm probably not going to bother with the remaining two uh, landing sites, landing or biomes, because I'm going to start switching over and start landing on Moon next. Moon. Uh, the reason I did Minmus first is Minmus is much easier to land on. So when I started out with not having much science, it was a lot easier to land on Minmus and gather science so that I can get more sophisticated things to land on Moon. So this was my original one-man lander, right? And I eventually replaced that with a four-man lander, which is this one right here. This fellow right here. And then I had a contract to get collect 600 ore from Minmus, so I created this shuttle right here, call it an ore shuttle. It has four 175s and one 300, which is a total of 600 units of ore, and it's just designed to return to Kerbin and and land on Kerbin. And then over here, I've got a uh, looking for the ore refinery ship. Here it is. This is a lander that is designed just to go down and collect ore, and it's got 9 of these 75 unit radial cans and a 300 underneath it, and so it can bring back like 1,050 units of ore. So this guy goes down, collects the ore. I put 600 into this guy and sent it back to Kerbin. And then the remainder I converted to fuel with the convertitron. So as I need more fuel, as my shuttles, my landers are going down to each biome and coming back up and refueling, um, um, I can generate more fuel by sending this guy down to grab more ore and come up and convert that ore into fuel. So I've been using these two in conjunction to collect ore and then convert the ore into fuel, so I can keep fueling my lander as it goes down to each of the biomes. And then there's just one more thing on here, and this is my hold on a second. Never fails. Hello? Hello? Yes, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. I apologize for that. It never fails. I get a call in the middle. I'm not going to start the whole stream over again. In any event, so this is my space station eventually put around Midness. And so what I've done is already created an updated version of that station with for the moon. And I've been sending everything out. I've been sending everything that I need out to that moon station in uh, to get ahead of actually starting the moon landings. So need the Jeopardy music playing here. Okay, here we go. So here we are around the moon, and it's a very similar station. I've upgraded it in some regards. I added a uh, higher speed antennas so I can transmit data much faster. I modified my power unit down here, which is made up of batteries and 8 Gigantor solar panels. I've got, once again, the lander that can go down to the moon and collect up to 1,050 units of ore. I've got the ore return vessel, so because right now I have a mission to return, I think, 400 units of ore from the moon. So I haven't started any of the missions yet. I've already launched the science collection vehicle module. This can actually return back to Kerbin autonomously and return any science. So you notice none of my landers are designed to return to Kerbin. This is like an extra bonus module. There was a rescue mission to rescue a Kerbal, and it was in this observation unit. So I saved the Kerbal, and I brought the module and attached it to my station here. And then this is the lander, right? It's a 4-man lander. You see there's no 1-man lander here since I'm starting out with 4-man. And then I've got once again, a refinery over here that can convert. It's got, I believe, this thing has a capacity of, I want to say, 900 plus. It's a lot. I can't remember the total amount that this thing can do, but it also has a refinery on here, and I convert liquid fuel and oxidizer and our RCS fuel here, monopropellant. And right now, this is just up here waiting to start making landings on the moon. So, but before I can start doing that, I happen to get a contract to put another space station around Kerbin, and since I don't need to do any landings or anything special on Kerbin, I decided to make a ringed station that'll be sort of a tourist station. So it's going to have 2 counter-rotating rings. I'm going to put each ring will hold 100 Kerbals, so it's 200 Kerbals in the rings. I'm going to put another science lab on it, or 2. 1 or 2 4-man hitchhiker modules, cupola, so it's going to have over 215-ish capacity for Kerbals. So once we get back, we'll start building that station, and I'm going to try to break it down. I learned this by watching several other videos a long time ago, and none of the videos that I've watched has ever really described it adequately. And so every time I start trying to do it, I end up having to stop and go back and research like 6 or 7 different videos. And so I decided to make one video that I can go back and watch that I made, and it hopefully will explain all of the things that got me confused when I was setting this up. It really all revolves around a trick where you can get you can go to symmetry beyond 8, and you can go by in multiples. So if you start out with 3-way symmetry, you can create another 3-way symmetry and go to 9. 4-way symmetry, you can get 16. 5-way symmetry, you can get 25. And we're going to put 25 crew cabins around in the ring, and that's 25 times 4. Each crew cabin will hold 4, so that's 100 Kerbals. We're going to have 2 counter-rotating rings, so the station stays stationary while the ring is rotating. So to start, I'm going to start out with this cupola, because a lot of the station contracts want you to have a cupola on there. And then I'm going to put a 4-man looking for utilities, and look for a hitchhiker can. Is that the hitchhiker? No, that's the EL survey. I don't know the difference between these two, but I always end up putting the wrong one on. Where's hitchhiker can? Hitchhiker storage can. Boom. Okay. Then on that, I'm going to add. I'm going to turn off all the parts other than stock. Grab a processing lab, and then I'm going to just put a couple of reaction wheels on here for stability. 2 on there. And then I'm going to stick I'm going to put 1 battery. We're going to put a whole power module on this at the end, but I want to have this on here just so I can initially power the rotors, so that 1 extra battery is not going to be that big of a deal. And then onto this, we're going to start building the section that we're going to put the rings onto. So I need a fairing. I need a 2.5 fairing, and we're going to rotate it like that. So you build a fairing out this way. And then onto that, I'm going to put a heavy rotor. This, and be careful when you do this. The root of this is the smaller cylinder. It's that way. If I can get it to stick. Thank you. Okay, this is the rotor part, and it has, you can tell it's the rotor part because it has the option. You can add how many attachment nodes are on here. Right now it's set to double. If I click it again, it's triple. Click it again, it's quad. And now if I take anything that I can attach to that, take any part that could possibly be attached. Let's take go down here and let's grab, I'm going to put 4 spokes going out to the ring. So I'm going to just get structural fuselage, and you can see now that I got a part I can attach. It's got 4 possible attach points. So that's how you know the part that rotates is the part that has the attach points on it. So I'm not going to put these on just now, but I just wanted to make sure you put it on in this orientation. The root is the smaller cylinder. The part that rotates is the larger cylinder. Okay. So now we need to put our some way to attach 25 crew cabins. So to do that, as you know, you're limited to only 8-way symmetry in the game. So I can do a cheat where I can, it's not a cheat, it's just a trick where you can multiply your symmetry. You can swear any kind of symmetry that you have. So we're going to start with a cubic octave strut, and I'm just going to stick it on here to start. And then I'm going to copy it with Alt click to make a copy. And then I'm going to take that copy and I'm going to put it up here. And I'm going to hit the X key to get 5-way symmetry. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5-way symmetry. So now I take this whole thing with 5-way symmetry and I stick it on to the side here with 5-way symmetry. So there's now 5 of these going around, right? And if I take one of these, right, and one of the outer ones on these 5x5s, right? If I do Alt and take one of those, you'll see I've now got 25 of them. Okay, so you make one with 5-way symmetry, make 5 copies of that, and then take one of the outer octagonal struts off of one of the 5 new 5x5s, and you end up with 25 octagonal struts. So let me do that one more time, because this is the part you're gonna end up watching the video over and over and over and over again. So let's take those off and get rid of them, and we'll take this off and get rid of them, and we'll get rid of them, and we'll take that off. Okay, so we start with 1, we make a copy of it, right, and then we put it on the top here, and we started with 1, and then we'll hit X 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just went to 6-way, didn't I? I did. So that would give me 36-way symmetry, 6 times 6. But I don't want that. So let's go back to 1. I'll take this guy, throw it away. Okay, so make a copy of this one, Alt-click, go up here, and then we want 5-way symmetry. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and click. Now take the whole thing with 5-way symmetry and put 5 copies of it anywhere, right? Now take one of these off, and you'll see you now have 5 times 5-way symmetry of 25. So now I can take this with 5-way symmetry and I can stick it out here. And this sometimes happens. Sometimes you'll have to go back and get it more than one time. So there we go. I got 25-way symmetry now, and I'll stick it on. Stick it on out here, like so. Okay, so now I've got 25 of these octagonal struts. So now what we'll do is we'll go into move mode and turn off locking, and we'll pull these up just a little bit. I'll grab one of them, any one of them, and just pull it up a little bit like that, right? So now, put these aside for right now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 25 crew cabins, I'm going to attach them to these 25 octagonal struts. So we'll go out to utilities, grab the crew cabin, I'm going to flip it this way and then rotate it that way, and I'm going to stick it on the top of one of these octagonal struts. I just got to get it there. Boom. So now you see there's 25 of those on top of the octagonal struts. Now if I take and go into rotate mode and grab one of the octagonal struts, make sure you're local, in the local axis, and then you can take those and you can turn them like that. And then you can go to move mode and you pull them apart like that. Right? Get these guys just about where you think you need them. Then go back to rotate mode again and do another adjustment like that. Go back to move mode. They need to come in a little bit more. Like that. And there you go. There's 25 crew cabins. Now, the next thing that's very, very important. If you do this and you get out to launch and your space station blows apart, your ring explodes, it's because you need to strut them. And to do that easily, you want to make sure you're still in 25. See, I'm in 25 symmetry, 25-way symmetry. And now you go to structural, you grab a strut, and now you can put 25 of these struts on in one operation. So I'm going to take and go from this guy to this guy. And you notice I've just strutted all of them together in one operation. So they're now all strutted together. And then if you want to test this at this point, right, you can actually, let's do this. We'll put our 4 we'll put our 4 of these on. Right there. That's eventually going to be the, not centered, not centered. I got it, yes. Let's turn on. Got to be careful because it's going to want to try to pick up that 25-way symmetry, and we don't want to lose that right now. In fact, you know what? We'll put this on. I don't want to lose the 25 symmetry right now, but I want to show you that right now it's all working. Right? If we take right now, all of these cabins are attached to a octagonal strut, which is in turn attached to this rotor. So what you want to do, once you get them all in here and they're all strutted, you want to come in here and you want to go to part, and you want to say pick one of these cabins, right? And you want to auto strut it to the grandparent, right? And you see all the lines go down to here. So what's happening is these are all attached to an octagonal strut, which is in turn attached down to this rotor, right? So this is the grandfather part. So I've taken all of these and I've auto strutted them down to here. And this is not absolutely necessary. You have to get auto strut. You have to go to advanced tweakables. If you don't have that on, you can skip this step and it should still work because of the strutting. But I just do that as an extra precaution. Now to test this, what I'll do is I'll come over here to our structural and I'll grab a pair of, so now we're going to break that 25-way symmetry and we're just going to put a pair of these on. Right? And now technically we can get rid of all of this. We don't need these anymore. So we can get rid of those. They were just to allow us to get that 25-way symmetry so that we put the crew cabins and the struts in. And we're going to do the counter rotating rings, we're just going to duplicate this and to make a separate ring. We don't have to redo all of the crew cabins and everything. This is now complete. So I should be able to, technically, I should be able to go in here. Let's rotate, set a rotation limit of 10. You certainly don't want to try to spin this at 200. I can just get it to 10. There we go. And then you see it's going to start out motorized and yes. Locked, no. Motor is engaged. Now this is the part that got me really confused. I would send this out to the launch pad and it would not spin. And I clicked every button and I twisted every knob and I used every swear word I could think of and I kicked my puppy. Or I never kicked my puppy, but I got close to it. I just really got frustrated. And it's torque. You have to, there's a slider in there called torque, and if you don't move that slider, you'll never get the thing to start spinning. And that scratching you're hearing is my puppy scratching on something, digging a hole somewhere. Gadget. That's enough. She looks at me like, what? Oh, load times is so bad in this. So now don't worry, it's going to flop around like this. It'll be more sturdy when you get it into orbit. But right now you'll notice it's, why won't it turn? Why won't it turn? Here's the torque limit. See this one? You got to pull that out. And there you go. So now your ring will turn. And when this is in orbit with zero gravity, it'll be nice and square. And it doesn't blow apart. So the main thing that keeps it from blowing apart is you have to have these struts in here. And you use that 25 symmetry to allow you to put them all in at one time. Okay. So, and I mean, just to show, if I do Alt F12 and I go to cheats and we'll put it in orbit. We'll put it in orbit of kerbin. Just do that. Right. And now you'll notice you'll notice that the body spins, but the reaction wheel, the ring, does not. That's why we're going to put a second ring on this, and it's going to spin in the opposite direction, so the core of the station will stay steady, and the rings will turn opposite directions of each other, and their torque will counteract each other, and this will stay stationary. So let's revert this back to the valve. So we verified that our ring works now. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to our fairing. And on our fairing, we want to turn on interstage nodes. And we want to turn off, well, we'll keep fairing extension on for now, but we definitely want to turn off fairing staged, okay? So the fairing's not staged. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, think about this for a second. Yeah, let's pull these off, and I can take this whole section, right? And we'll stick it on one of the fairing expansions there. So there we go. We now have our second ring, right? And all we have to do here is go to the settings on this, and rotation direction we want to change to counterclockwise. Okay. And it's an optical illusion. It looks like one's larger than the other. It's because of perspective. But there we go. We've got two counter-rotating rings now. So now if I take this, once again, I set it to two-way symmetry. R for radial, X for two-way. Whoops. X for two-way. I don't want it to go 25-way. Touch something with 25-way symmetry. If you touch anything that has any kind of symmetry, it changes whatever your current symmetry is to that. So if I go back to, I guess I have to hit Shift X 25 times. Okay, and I want to have two of these. I want two here, and then I want two more, just so it doesn't flop over. Don't touch the ring, don't touch the ring. Put two more there. Okay, so now I should be able to launch this. Oh my God. I'd sing, but I rarely get anybody to come into my streams in the first place, and I wouldn't want to scare any that did brave coming into the stream away. So it sounds like it's coming up now. Okay, there we go. And it's floppy here on the ground. Let's do this. Let's Alt F12 and let's put it in orbit. Right, there we go. Right, now I should be able to come over to these, and we're going to turn off interstage, whatever those are called, struts. Let's go here. We got torque again, right? So if I take torque and I bump it up, right, now I got to come over to this one and bump its torque up. Okay, so what is that? Let's put it at 10. Okay, we'll put it at 11. I wish everything should have the ability to type numbers in directly. Let's bring this up to 11. There we go. Okay, so now the rings are turning. It's also turning the station because the station doesn't have enough mass yet. So so that it will stay still. Once I build this part out here, just the rings will turn and the station will stay stationary. But there you go, there's the 2 rings. Now I just have to add the spokes to the 2 rings and build out the sections between the fairings so that it looks like solid spokes are coming out of the fairings. Wow, it's spinning really fast. I think 5 would be better. Oh my god. They really need to just let you type numbers in directly, because this is bullshit. There we go, 5. Jesus, Jenny. Okay, so it's gonna have to slow down a little bit here. There is a brake. There's the brake. Here's the brake. I can put the brake on maybe. No, that's not braking it. Where's the brake? All right, let's just lock it. That might do it. Won't let me pick locked. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be 5. It'll be slower when we get this eventually set up. This is just to verify that the 2 rings are now working and rotating in opposite directions. So let's go back, revert back to the spaceplane hangar, and then just work out the rest of the space station. Now I'll probably have to put some struts on this to get it into orbit, because you saw that it's very wobbly on with Kerbin's gravity. So I generally put some decouplers on, and then I attach the struts from the body of the station up to each of the crew cabins up here, and then I just once in orbit, I just decouple the decouplers, and it decouples all of the struts that kept it stationary getting up into orbit. So I should have the ability to get another crew cabin. Another crew cabin. No, where's the hitchhikers? No, I don't want the ELC. There it is. Hitchhiker can. Okay. Okay, so over here, and I've got these interstage nodes on again, so I can add that hitchhiker can. Where was that one? Yeah, it looks like it was just out to this point here. And then go back to these. It doesn't really matter, but I don't like the interstage struts, so truss structures is what it's called. So get rid of the truss structures. Okay, now we're going to put the spokes in, and the order you do this in is important. If once I put struts in here, I won't be able to close this fairing section off. So I have to close the fairing section off before you put the struts in. Also, before you put your struts in, make sure that you set the attach nodes to quad, unless you want more than 4 spokes. It's here somewhere. Oh my god. Attachment nodes. Where is it? There. Attach nodes. Quad. Okay, so make sure you got attach nodes as quad. Now, I'm going to come over and I'm going to take a structural, since they're light, right, and this is already getting quite heavy, you can imagine. What am I at? We're at 115 tons now. So you're going to have big engines and big parts by the time you get to being able to do this. Structural fuselage, there we go. 4 of them, so flick it on there, get it the right way, stand it on its end, and make sure you're over here. I already go into radial mode, make sure you got 4-way there. Now, see, you can't touch anything with 25-way symmetry, or it wants to make everything 25-way symmetry. So I could have done all of this before I did this duplicate, because now I've got to do it again over here. In fact, yeah, they gotta move other crap around. We'll just do it. We'll just do it this way. Well, hold on a second. I'll just pull this off for now. Okay, so there's those guys. Right, and then we're going to duplicate them with Alt-click. Put another one up here. Alt-click, put a third one up there. Then we're going to go to Move Mode again. Turn off snapping. Take the inner one. Pull it out. Thank you. Pull it out. Right. And it's got to get into here, but it also needs to be hidden back here. Oh wait, I just said you have to do this in an order, and then I'm not doing it in the order. Okay, hold on. Let's take these off and just dump them, because we're going to do everything as though you're doing it from scratch here. So we do have to duplicate this, or at least we have to duplicate that much. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to build this fairing. So if you don't build the fairing, you can't put it won't let you build it after you've put something that's going to intersect with it in there. So we're going to take this, we're going to build fairing. And all you do is you just pull it across to here until you see, you want this, I'm going to pull it across to here, and it will turn blue. Pull it straight across. You see that turn blue. I am really having trouble with sensitivity here today. Okay. Pull it across. Believe me, it should not be this much of a hassle. I don't know why I'm having so many troubles here. There. Good Lord. Now what you can come in and do, well, you want to keep expansion on for now, because now we want to add our spokes. Right. So let's add our spokes. Those are structural tubing, right? Come in here, you gotta flip it in the right orientation first, and now I can attach it. Okay, so now you see the fairing goes through those, and then I can come here as the last step. I can come here and I can grab this fairing, and I can tell it turn off fairing expansion. So now it doesn't expand when you go over it, and we've already turned it off the staging. So fairing is not staged. So boom. So there we go. And then now we can duplicate these spokes, put those on. So the order that you do some of this stuff in is very important. And then now I can take and go this, make sure that is off, click one of these, and now I should be able to pull this right until it goes there. Now you see the problem I have there is I can't keep those in, so I'm going to have to do something like this and go out of moving mode, pick another one, and snap it on there like so. So there we go. Now once again, this is an optional step, but it sometimes can help. I want to take all of these three outer ones, and I want to attach them to the grandparent again. So we want to take auto strut, grab this guy, and auto strut to the grandfather part, and take this one, and once again to the grandfather part, this one to the grandfather part. And this last one to the root. Right? The root is the rotor. So these guys are attached to each other, and then to the rotor, and then this guy's are directly to the rotor. Once again, you may not need to do this at all. Now the other thing you want to do before you go on is make sure that you're centered as your spokes are centered. So I can see the spokes are a little bit closer to this side than the back side. So we're going to do movement again. Make sure we got snapping off. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to push it to get it centered. It looks like it was actually closer where I had it. Let's see how much of a gap I got on that side versus this side. This side and this side. That looks pretty close. So my spokes are now centered. So now what I can do is we'll get rid of all of this. Since these are all set up properly now. Oh, the other thing you can do here that's kind of interesting is I can come in here and I can select the fairing, and I can change its colors. Change its sides, so I can change its colors. Get a color that looks cool. And this is a mod I have that I can actually custom color anything I want. So that's the white. That's white and black. That's orange. One of these, is that silver? Yeah, silver. That's this one. Silver, right here. Okay, so it looks metallic, and then you can actually make these structural tubings also silver, or you can just leave it white. The default of white's fine too. Although, I don't know, I kind of like silver because then it looks like the whole section here is spinning, so we'll go silver. Oh, let me get to dancing here. So now we can take from here, copy it, and put it there. And then, just like we did before, oh, you know what? Look at that. The copy worked, but the issue is the spokes are a problem now. Because now if I try to build this fairing, right, it won't let me. It will not let me build a fairing because it's as soon as it's passing through stuff. See, it won't let me close that. It'll never turn blue as long as the spoke is there. So we have to pull this spoke out at least. Then build the fairing. Get this out of my frickin' way. Then go here until it turns blue. Almost had it. There, blue. Okay, so there's that fairing now. Now I can take this and hopefully put it back in. That. Oop, it didn't do four-way. I didn't hit the right. There. What the hell? Okay. What is going on? It shows it attached in four-way, and then it goes to one-way when I let go. What's going on? Let's take... Oh, what's going on? Oh. Derp. I guess I just wasn't holding my head the right way. So there we go. Now we have to remember to come into this guy, right? And I turned off the bearing expansion, so I got to turn that back on for a second. So I can get into this control here, and we want him to rotate counterclockwise. Now I can come back and turn fairing expansion back off. There we go. There's our 2 rings. Right? Now, to finish out the station, what I'm going to do now, my other station, I built a fuel tank into the station. I might do the same thing here. Go up to liquid fuel. We'll stick a big old heavy Jumbo 64 right here. Boom. Right, and we'll make it orange because I just like orange on the Jumbo tanks. Right. And then we'll take an adapter. What size adapters have we got? Is this a 25 at one end? Yes, it is. That there. Change it to orange. Right. And then I think there's one that takes it down one smaller. To that. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah. Hit orange. Okay. Switch this whole thing over. Oh, that's a crappy orange, isn't it? It's not really orange to me. That's better. Okay. Then onto that, and stick a decoupler. Back here. So that's what we've got so far. Let's take these and put a pair over here just so we can hold this thing up. So I could send this up as one part, and then we're going to take another part zoom in here. Right? I can't get used to the keys in the VAB or in the spaceplane here. So we're going to attach this, that, and we're going to build the power module now. So for that, let's actually boy, a little laggy. Let's take this part from here, flip that around and stick it on there. Oh, are you telling me it's not going to let me? Nope, it's not. Wonderful. Just got to work with whatever you got, whatever works. So this guy, I want a decoupler. I'm just using the normal medium decouplers. That's not the decoupler. That's not the decoupler. Where's the decoupler? That is the decoupler. Okay, so it was right. And then this guy's going to attach onto that guy. And I need Where's it at? Where's it at? Can't find it. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Damn it. Getting frustrated. This is why I never want to start the game in sandbox mode, because I don't even have all the parts yet, and I can't find anything because there's just too many freaking things. These should all be just like one side, and they should be procedural. So you just make them whatever size you need rather than having to find. See, that's the wrong one. Honest to God, I cannot see it. Where is it at? What is this one called? It's an FLA 215. FL dash A 15. That doesn't look right. Will be a. This is not the same one. F215. Thank you, Lord. There we go. How do I scroll down? Okay, it's got a hold shift. Then middle mouse and drag. I can drag things over. Okay, so now this is going to be a power module. So I'm going to need battery. We're going to put 2 of these. Dink. Dink. Then we're going to put 5. Oh, and then we're going to put another bearing. Hide all the extra parts. I have to take all those parts mods out. I don't use any of most of them anyway. And then I pull this off. Great. Hopefully, if I hold it over this, it'll switch it back to 2-way, which it did. Now I can come back here and put them back in the middle. So I need a fairing. The 2.5 meter fairing. And why does it keep changing the default color to that awful camouflage thing? Okay, and it's the same trick. We're gonna take. Oh my Lord, all fucking mighty. You're going to flip it over and stick it on this way so the fairing grows out this direction, right? But we don't have to turn on inner stage nodes, because what we're going to do now is go back to here, and we're going to grab 5 of these 1. Grab these 2, make a copy of those 2, and then 1 more. So we want an odd number here, so we take 1 more. So there's an odd number in there. And then I'm going to switch this around here a little bit. I'm going to take this off, take these off, bearing back in here. Oh, no, I can't do it that way because I won't be able to ever pull the fairing over. Kind of working this out as I go here, so bear with me. Okay, and then we're going to need 2 more of the big ones. And that should be the equivalent of... That's the equivalent of 5 of these plus 1 extra 1K one. Okay, you'll see the reason behind my madness here. Oops, but I gotta put one more here. Put this guy here. And then I don't want to work on the fairing right now. I don't want to work on the fairing right now. Oh my god. Delete the fairing. Okay. Jesus, Jenny. Okay. So now the whole reason of this is because we're going to build some fancy... I'm going to take these guys. Just going to do one way to begin with here. I got to get it spun the right way. It's always the last one you try, isn't it? Got to fit this. It is in radial 2-way. How do I zoom again? Damn it. It's why do they make it backwards from the van? You learn it one way and then you go here and everything is fucking reversed. Jesus Christ. And why in the hell is that not sticking on? I can't see what it's doing. Whatever it's doing, it's not what I want it to do. And I can't get at the right angle where I can see what I want to see. Hey. Is that 2-way? Okay. Okay, it was doing what I wanted. I just couldn't figure out why the fuck it was. I couldn't see it. Let's turn off this. Let's take and turn on moving. Let's take these and pull them out just a little bit. Okay. Oh, and I did that mistake again. I can't put these on. Gotta build the fairing first. So we're gonna take this guy, build the fairing. Nope. For the love of fucking God. Sorry to swear, but this is, everything is backwards in here versus the VAB, and I avoided planes forever. So whenever I have to work in here, I get frustrated because I can't get anything to work the way it's supposed to. There we go. Okay. So now, and you know what? I'm going to take off 2-way symmetry. Just going to do this 1-way symmetry and then duplicate it. Work smarter, not harder. So let's turn off snapping and let's turn on move again. Grab this guy. And I want it to be out of the... It's about that far. I can always adjust it. Yeah, so now just so I can get this to stop getting in my way, I'm just gonna turn off fairing expansion. Turn off staging. did it go back to two-way? I didn't want two-way. Just one way. Of course, now fairing expansion is going to get him, not being expanding is going to get in my way. There, I just got one that time. That's what I want now. Turn off fairing expansion. Okay. Now, pull this guy out. I want to see some of that. Now, did I undo what I think I did? Hitting Control Z, are you doing anything? Now I don't know what the hell's, why I'm lagging so much. Number one, I never changed this to silver. Why is it all of a sudden now decided to change itself to silver? And now where did the is on? Why is it not snapping? Now it won't snap again. Ah, just want to. It's radial. That's why I put an odd number in here so it can snap to the middle one and it'll be centered. And then now, pull this, turn snapping off. Put this out to here. Now turn fairing expansion back off. Oh, that's what was going on. I gotta come out of that mode first. Then come here, turn fairing expansion off. That's what I was shooting for. And now we're going to take another robotic part. Not a rotation, I want a hinge. There you go. A G11 hinge. There, and that's got to be rotated 90 degrees. It is the correct way. Then we're going to take, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth the trip, guys. Let's split this guy back here. And snap it up there. Another one. I'm gonna grab a third one. That. Right. See, now the idea is when I put this up to orbit, I can take this guy and I can say, I can start it out like that. Let's see. Up to here. Now we want to change it so that it's 0 to negative 90. So I want it to go 0. 0 to negative 90. This is another interface that drives me crazy. I do not know. Go from 0. Okay, so that's 0 to 90. So what did that do to the way it's moving? It's the wrong way, right? It's doing there to there. I want 0 to negative 90, so I want all pulled over here. So there we go. Okay, we got it. Got that sorted out. Now, the next thing we want to do is come to electricity and grab a gigantor. Go to two-way symmetry. I'm going to put a pair on there. I gotta zoom in to make sure they're the right way. Grab, copy, put another pair. Just right there. So there we go. That's going to be 8 of these gigantors when we're done. And going up to orbit, I can take bitch. Control Z. I Control Z, fortunately, sometimes, apparently not now, it's thinking I can't move anything. I gotta let it sort out what's going on. Okay. I know what undo is. Control Z. I've never been able to figure out what redo is. So anyway, let's click on that, and now you can see going up to orbit, it's going to be like that. And then once it's in orbit, we're going to open them up. So now I should be able to take this whole thing, make a copy, or pull it off. Oh, I'm going to have to turn off expansion before I get going here. Bearing expansion. Okay, it's in two-way radial. So I'll pull this off now. And I'll stick it back on. Something's twisted wrong. There we go. I'll put it back on. And it's not going to let me snap, is it? Oh my god. It's called the 20-way, 25-way symmetry again. Okay, grab it, touch something with two-way symmetry, and then bring it back up to here. Then figure out why. This is so motherfucking frustrating. Is that on square now? Yes, it is. So now, take these guys, turn off that, and pull them out. So, yeah, you bastard. Lock the fairings again. Turn off fairing expansion again. I gotta get out of that mode. Turn off fairing expansion. There we go. And that looks good. Let's take in chest, test. Let's test this out. So now I can take these. There's a method to my madness here. We'll take these. Take and push them in. to try and snuggle these as close as possible to there. Make it aerodynamic. Okay. So now for the power module, I'm going to take, once again, we're back to okay, these are fuel adapters, so there's some fuel in these as well. So I want the FL the right one there, FL215. Yeah, and the smaller one, which is up here. Here. This is the fuel module. Why does something not look right? What the? What the? No, it's right. It's good. It's gonna be like that, so that'll be nice and symmetric. So then the last thing we'll do is we'll put another docking port. The docking port out here. Gotta be flipped around. So things will attach to that. So this can be taken up as a separate module. So I can get this all into orbit. So let's fix these though. I want special colors here. Oh no, I didn't want to recolor white. That's what we wanted. Color shiny. Color shiny. There's a way to color the fairing. I haven't do that. Fairing expansion. Okay. So there's a variant. Should have an option that says recolor all. Oh, I think okay, I gotta do this. Do this. I gotta pick one of the special color all ones. Somewhere in here it should say recolor all. I could go with that. That's not bad. Why do I not have a recolor all option here? this, I pick this, then I get this option. Should get an option that says recolor all. There's something wrong with my recolor all mod. That's what's going on. So I should have an option here to change these colors, and it's not giving me that option. So we're just going to chalk that up to having a mod messed up, because I don't want to take this too far of a tangent here. So let's go back. It's again this way and this way. Let's reduce these back again. So go to this, and we're going to say option 1 is going to toggle the solar panels. 1 toggle solar panels. Okay. Then option 2 is going to extend these guys, which are going to start retracted. I screwed that up now, didn't I? Yes, I did. I'm out of this mode. First, start these back where there's... What the hell? Oh, start these back like that. Then come here to this, then pick this guy. We're going to say option custom 2 is going to be toggle hinge. Go. Back. Now, just to test all this out again, that's up and down. This is left and right. Anti-zoom. Okay, so I gotta do that, and then I can twist back this way? Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's fire this up. Test our solar panels now. I think I might have to restart the game because the lag is getting longer and longer and longer as the memory leaks stack up and pile up on each other. So I might have to just start and restop here after this, or go back in and restart the game. But it's better to do this on the ground than to get up into space and then find out you got a problem. So let's go here. Let's go into here. Let's turn the torque up to 5. Go to this one over here. See it, please. Oh my God. Over as I can go. These will all be on action groups, so when I get into space, I'm not going to have to do this bullshit. I just got to see the damn motor. There it is. I saw it. There it is. Set torque up to 4. Oh wait, I went to 7, I think. That one should start turning. They'll come up to speed. There we go. Nice. Nice. Let's turn the lights on. Nice. There we go. Now let's check out our power station. 1 should extend, no, 2 should extend the hinges, and then 1 should extend the solar panels. There we go. Okay, so that's all working. The rotors are working. Okay, revert back to the hangar. Okay. So we're almost done with our rotating ring space station. We need antennas. Communications. And of course, we're going to have some kind of a lifter to get this up into orbit. Might debating if I want to try. Oh, and you know what? While we're at this, we should probably put docking ports to dock to the station, right? So we'll do juniors, and I'll put 4. Gotta go to radial mode, put 4. Turn snapping back on. Don't touch something with 25-way symmetry. It's 4-way. We'll put 1 there. And we'll copy that. Oops. Shit. 4-way. We'll put a pair here. As far back as we can. Then take 4 larger ones. We'll put them between the 2, like so. Now we have a place, an area that we can dock on. And let's do lighting now. We want to do lighting. These are going to light up by themselves. So let's do get rid of all the extra parts again. Let's go 4 here. How do I zoom in? Okay, that's zoom in. I'll put 4 here. And we'll put 4 here. Okay, and we'll put Let's put 8 of these. these right there. Lights facing back that way. Oh, bad choice of directions here. Okay, go back to 4-way. These we want on this way. That way. There we go. That's better. So we got lighting there. Then on this guy, we're gonna put some of these. So good to see it. Where's it at? Flip it that way, not that way. This way? Not that way. This way? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these. Ah! I didn't want to click. Let's see. Now we gotta wait for it to come back. Because it's complex and it's gonna take a while to figure it out. I did hit Control Z, right? I can't move the screen. Okay, it's still thinking. We just gotta wait for it to decide to redraw. Okay, so now try not to make mistakes, Rick. I want to right click on that and I want to open them up. Then I want to grab this guy. Not clicking, so it's not oriented the right way. Which way? That should be the right way. Now it should alt click. Alright, alt click it and then try to figure out where the hell it put it. And now I don't know where the hell it put it. It dropped it in space over here. Keeps dropping it off into space. This is another thing that's just really fucking frustrating in this game. I should be able to take the root part and click it to the center of this part. Why do I have to play this fucking game of hitting every fucking possible rotation angle until one works? And part of the problem is I can't see which way the damn thing is pointing. It's so small. See, that's the right way. But when I hold Alt to click, it goes... I don't know what it does. I can't even see it anymore. That's not the right way. That's the right way. Can't. I just gotta eyeball it. I cannot figure out where to put it. And then it still didn't work right because it's got to be mirror symmetry. I got to go back to... Go back to mirror symmetry, and I forget what key goes to mirror. There's R, okay, R toggles between the two. Two-way mirror. Okay, now let's try it again. Did it put another one over there? No, it did not. two-way symmetry. It's just refused. Oh wait, did it do it? Oh, that did it. To me, it looks like it's sticking out farther on this side, though. No, it's the same on both sides. Okay, that's what I wanted it to do. It's for work here. What I want to do here is go to make sure I'm in two-way symmetry. I'll put 2 there. 2 here. 2 here. Those should show up on this side too. They all did except for this one here. Why not? There it is. Okay, so now these we want to be red. This one we want to be amber, no blue, and we want it to blink. Then, just so I don't have to make sure I got all the settings the same again, just take a copy of this one. Stick it here. You know what? Damn it. Put it that way. Two-way symmetry. All I'm going to do is just pull this one off, put it back on. I'll take this one off. Take this one off. There we go. Put it back on. Center the X. Off. Put it back on. Okay, those should all be the right way now. That's weird. Why did this one go to the other side? But these ones here didn't. There we go. That's correct now. Okay. Now we're going to want one more of these here. Right. And then we want antennas for communications. These guys here, I want a pair of them. We're going to put them up here. 2. When they extend, they'll be blocking that port. So we want to take this. Put it down here. You want to flip it around though. Which way? That way? Oh my God. So fucking frustrating. Okay. So we want it like that. So when these are closed, thank you. Perfect. That's how it goes out. Okay. Let's take these guys here and close them up. Save this as ring station. Save it. I need to add another fuel tank into this, and on the jumbo, I want to add another monopropellant tank. So I can refill monopropellant. Ooh, I forgot to reboot after we came back in. I need to, the next time we go back into the valve, I need to reboot because it's either going to crash or it's just taking ridiculous. Sitting here for 5 minutes every time you want to go back out to the launch pad is ridiculous. And I really need to get something to drink too. Okay, here it comes. Okay, there it is. Now once again, 2, 1. Yes. U to turn on all the lights. Those lights look good. Could use some more lights back here. Good. I think the work could use lights. It just could use 4 on here and 4 on there. Red with yellow blinky. It's good. Okay, just 4 more lights. 8 more lights. I think I may be able to get this thing all in one shot. I've got some 3.75 meter parts, so I think I can do this in one shot. Otherwise, I would send them up in 2 pieces. I'd send the station up as one, and this power unit is another one. But let's fix the lighting first here. Four. Radial. Let me pick radial, please. No. Go 4-way that way. 4-way this way. Let's do it here. 4. 6-way. 6-way. Yeah, 6-way works. Take you. Put you up in the middle of that. And we'll do the same thing. Take these. Stand them. Let's go with 2-way. Pair these. There. Okay, that gets us all the lights we need. Save it. Let's try it for the top. Alright, and save it. Do one last test. And I forgot to reboot again. I keep saying we're going to reboot next time we get it to the VAB, and I forget. Now we have to sit here forever waiting for it to switch out to the VAB, out of the VAB. And there is actually one last thing I have to do here. I have to put struts on all of those rings to support it going out into orbit. And then I'll show you how we do that. I'm going to put the struts onto decouplers for getting it out to orbit. But let's test this right now. Let's do an Alt F12, put it into orbit. Now we should be able to turn the motors on. Torque to 7. I'm turning. See, and it's turning the whole station, but now when I go over here, this should stop the station rotating. I go into here. Oops, I gotta find the rotor. It's not the rotor. Where's the rotor? It's in here. And the rotor, I need to put these in action groups because this is crazy trying to find the rotor. Structural fuselage. Oh, there it is. Seven. Now this guy's got a torque of 7. That guy's got a torque of 7. I guess I gotta start them before we get up to orbit, because, yeah, this is... Hold on, let me try this. Let's turn the motors off, motorized. Then I gotta get inside of it again. It'll work right, trust me. I just have to get in. Let's try the other bits while we're out here. 2 to extend those. 1 to extend those. U to turn on the lights. So the lighting looks good. Yeah, lighting is really good. That looks good. I just have to fix the station from rotating. And I think I can do that with... Let's take this torque down to... Let's do this. Action groups, action groups. Okay, now we want to get this motor. This motor, I gotta get into it. Let me get to it. Click, click, click. Am I getting to it? This guy. Yes. Okay, so I can't do anything with torque. All I can do is toggle the motor. Toggle motor power. Oh, and I gotta set that to something. Let's make it 3. Okay, I gotta take this call. Very sorry about that. I have never fails. I never get any calls until I'm streaming, and then when I get stream, I always get calls that I can't put off, and wrestling to get my headset on the. Okay, so let's see. What have we done? I've turned the motor power on over here, so I need to come out. And which one was on? I got to go into this one now and do the same thing. Motor power. Can I get to the? Can I see it, please? Just, can I do like point the camera here trick? No, I can't. That's not it. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta come out of here. The other one's set up. So come out of here. Now what I have to do is get into this one somehow. Aim camera, maybe? Now can I get to it? No. Aim camera at this part. Ah, that's not what I wanted to click. Okay, aim camera there. Now can I get in to see this? Please? Heavy rotor. Thank the fucking Lord. Okay, now. And of course it closes the thing when I do that. Wonderful. Can I click on this still? Toggle motor power. Okay. And I gotta assign it to 3. All right. So 3. Why does it only show 1? Oh my God. I need the other one in here too. Toggle motor power. Okay. So with one button. What is this for the axis groups? This shouldn't be in axis groups. Okay, there's nothing in there, so it doesn't matter. And 3 now is both of those toggle motor on and off. Okay, so let's come out of here. There you go. There you see it's getting better. RPM limit should be 5. RP limit of which one did I just make the 5? I made that one 5, so I need to also make this one 5. Rotor RPM limit 5. There we go. 5. Now I should be able to hit 3 and they should both stop. Motor power should now be 0. Why is it not stopping? Maybe I need to change motor engaged rather than power. Oh wait, are they stopping? No, they're not stopping. Okay. Action groups. Toggle motor engaged. That's what I want. Toggle motor engaged. And I just did it again. I just want in group 3. This one, and then toggle motor engaged. Okay. Now I should be able to go to this other one. This other one, please let me get to it. Toggle motor engaged. Okay. That should do it. 3. Okay, so that disengaged the motor, and if I hit 3 again, it's engaged. Hit it there and it's off. Hit it there and it's engaged. So it's disengaged. Why is it still spinning? Why is it still spinning? Do I have to hit locked? See, it won't let me pick locked. It's been years since I've done this, and I don't remember having this many problems getting things to work. Why can't I pick locked? I can engage and disengage the motor, but I can't pick locked. Why? And then I gotta play this game. I'm trying to get to 90. Or to 100. I can get 98. I can jump to 101. I can go back to 98. I'll get 90. I can't get to 100 again. It won't let me type the fucking number and I want. Are you seeing this? 99, 101, 98, 92, 102. I can't get one fucking more up from this. Just one. One up from 99, please. Just one. For the love of God. Okay, so the motor's disengaged. Why is it not... Do I have to hold the B key down for brake? Ooh, ooh, is that doing it? There we go. That's got that one braked. It is at an angle, I'm noticing, though. That's interesting. Shouldn't be at an angle in zero gravity. That's because it's not unbalanced. Okay, but the brake is on there now, so if I take the brake off, and I engage the motor, and then we got the station turning and the wheels not turning. All right, I think I might end the stream here, and then we'll have another stream, and we'll come in and we'll fix all of the issues with getting the thing to rotate properly. Because at this point, I'm at a loss. These are they're the same mass rotating in opposite directions that should make the ship should be stationary. And why this one is wobbling over like this, I don't know. It's not. See, look at that. Something's just totally wrong with this one. Okay, let's take it back. Escape. Escape. Revert back to the VAB, and then we'll see what's going on. That one's needs to be fixed. I think I'll spend a little bit more time before closing the stream, but we'll try to get this sorted out. But that's why I do these videos. I do them warts and all. I don't go through and I could make this look like I just went right through it and it was done in 15 minutes, and then you'd try to do it and you're going to run into all these same problems that I'm running into right now, but not see what I did to fix them. So I'd rather make a 2-hour video or a 3-hour video and have all of the corrections in, as well as the you know, as well as the finished product. So it's so let's first of all, let's right away, let's go to action groups, action group 3, and let's do a couple things. In action group 3, we're gonna wanna get to this guy, and we're gonna want to say toggle motor engaged. That's the only thing that needs to happen. Toggle motor engaged. Then I need to come over to this other one over here, and it's the same deal. We want toggle motor engaged. If I can just get back to it, please, right there. Toggle motor engaged. Okay, so that's gonna, so 3 should turn these on. Should start them running. Right, and we'll start them. Now, here's an interesting thing. I don't see a torque as an option. They don't start turning until I turn torque on. I don't see torque as an option in here before you get out into space. I want these to be 5. So that one should be 5 and this one should be 5. Jesus Christ almighty. You see this? 0, 5, 10. 0, 5, 10. 5, 10, 5, 0. See, I don't see torque as an option out here until you're in space. You don't have an option to turn torque, do anything with torque. So this one's counterclockwise. What direction is this one? This one should be the opposite of that, which I thought was what the other one was. Okay, this one's clockwise and the other one is counterclockwise. Okay, that's what we want. Direction is normal, and then invert. What's the difference between rotational direction clockwise, direction normal? These seem redundant to me. To have invert direction normal, why would I have... This one's counterclockwise, but invert direction is normal on it. Counterclockwise, invert direction is normal. What's the difference between what those two are doing? So motor engaged. Okay. Brake will stop it. Let's see, is this crooked in here now in the lab? No, they're not crooked in here. This one's not crooked. They're all centered right. Go away. They're all centered properly. Let's save this. Launch it. I should turn... by default, motor should be not engaged. And then 3 will start it, and 3 will stop it. So we'll set that. We'll go back to the next time we're back in the VAB. We'll set the motor to be not engaged by default. But I still don't know what we're going to do about this torque thing. I've set this up before, and I can swear to God, I never remember having to go in and move that torque lever before they'll start to turn. So I don't know if something has changed in KSP. I'm in the latest version of KSP 1, so maybe something has changed as far as how those rotors work. Because that's going to be suck. Every time I want to start the rotors up, I'm going to have to zoom in to get to the rotor, and you see how hard that is, just so that I can slide the rotor, the torque up. Maybe I'll start them, and then if I leave and come back to the ship, let's see if that might have some impact on it. Okay, so they're both starting out floppy. I'm going to take it right up to space before we even start anything. Okay, now, is that one still lopsided, or is it straightened out? Okay, they're both straight. All right. So if I press 3, see, 3 is not doing anything because torque is at 0. I got to go in here. So I'll hit 3 and that should disengage. So now it's disengaged. If I hit 3, it's engaged, and now there's this torque limits. This, I swear to God, this is never, this is not in, does that control it? No. Because I can't set an action group to say to move a slider. Yeah, see, if you make one turn, then the station rolls. But now if once the station is rolling, and I come in here to this one, if I can get to that one. Okay. Ah, torque limit 100 on both of them. There we go. Finally, the solution. Now, the problem is, if I hit 3 to disengage the motors, and then I hit brake, so brake should eventually stop them. Call that stopped. I'll take off the brakes. Then I'll press 3 again. Oh, and there they go. I guess once you set torque, it remembers it. Let's make sure of that. Let's verify that. Let's pick the motor again. Duty rotor. Torque limit is up at 100. If I hit 3 to stop, disengage the engine, disengaged. And sure enough, torque goes away, but when I engage, torque comes back already set properly. So there we go. So that was the key to getting it all working, is that torque value needs to be at 100. There we go. So there we have it. Yay! Wasn't that fun? Now we got to get this to orbit. I think I'm going to do that as a separate stream because this has been 3 hours to get us to this point. Yeah, 2 hours and 17 minutes. Is that right? Okay, yeah, a little over 2 hours to get to this point. So I'll do a next video and we'll be getting this into orbit. So anyway, thanks a lot for hanging out. And if you made it through here, if this has helped, I appreciate it. So take care. Until next time, stay cool.